Hi, welcome to the new series about R Markdown tutorial. This is the first episode, and today I'm talking about how to create an R Markdown file and how to knit it to different types of documents. For example, HTML, Word, PDF, and different types of slides. Alright, let's start. So this is my RStudio platform. Okay, so first let's create an R Markdown file. It is very simple. Go to File, and then New File, and then R Markdown. So R Notebook and R Markdown are similar, but they are still different. We need to create an R Markdown file. Click it, and then this window is prompted. Then you need to give a title to your R Markdown file. For example, I just call it example R Markdown. Okay. And author is my name and date. And there are three default output formats. The first one is HTML. So this one is the easiest one, which requires no additional packages to be installed. You can always start with this one. And if you want to knit it to a PDF file or a Word file, pay attention, something else is needed. If you want to knit it to a PDF file, you need to have LaTeX installed in your computer. Or you need to install a package called TidyText. We will talk about it a little later. And for Word, you should have Microsoft Word installed in order to knit it to a Word file. Okay. So let's start with HTML. Click OK, and then you see automatically the title part is filled, okay, and author. Okay. And date is the system time when we render this Markdown file. And the output format is HTML document. And this is a global chunk option for our code. We can just leave it here for now. Okay. So you see, this is not an empty document, even if it seems that we haven't typed anything yet. Okay. So these are just some sample contents that you can put in an R Markdown file. For example, this is the second order header. Okay, so this is how you insert a link in an R Markdown file, how to make some letters bold, and how to insert some R code, and how to create a plot, etc. Okay, so we will talk about each part a little later in different videos. For today, let's focus on the format of output document. So without changing anything in the content, let's knit it. Since we have already specified the format of the document, we can just click knit. And then since we haven't saved the output yet, we need to give a name of the knitted file. So I can just call it R Markdown example. Okay. And save it. And then you see RStudio started to knit the file. And in this panel, in this render tab, it shows you the status. It seems that it is successfully knitted. And the knitted file looks like this. So you see the title of the file, my name, and the date that the file is rendered. And also you can see the other contents. So what if I want to knit it to a Word file? First, beside this knit button, there is an arrow. Click it, and you can see that you can choose to knit it to a Word file. Just click this one. And then RStudio will render it to a Word file. And automatically there is one row added here, output. So the Word file looks like this. So it looks different with the HTML file. Okay, the title, subtitle, author name, everything is centered. Okay, so this is Word file. And how about PDF? You can also need to PDF if you have LaTeX installed. If you haven't got LaTeX yet and you still want to knit your file to a PDF file, you can do the following. Okay? In your R console, type the following using install.packages, quote, tiny text, okay, and hit enter. And RStudio will start to install this package for you. Okay, so see it has been installed successfully. Okay. Then we need one more step. Okay. Type tiny text colon install underscore this one. Okay, tiny text parentheses. Okay, tap this and then click enter. And then I said that I already have it because I already have it. Okay, so I will just hit no, but you don't have it, so you should type Y. Okay, and then you're done. Okay, so 2 steps. Okay. And after you install the package, you probably need to quit RStudio and then reopen it. Then you should be able to knit the Markdown file to a PDF. So let's see how to do it, how to knit the original file to a PDF. Okay, so click here, okay, then click knit to PDF. All right, you see, this is the PDF file I just knitted. After we knitted this R Markdown file to 3 different formats, all of them are shown here, okay, in the output part of the header. So pay attention, usually we cannot knit the Markdown file to more than 1 format at a time. So we should make 2 rows to be comments, okay, so that the Markdown file will be knitted to only 1 format. Okay, we can also knit the R Markdown file to some types of slides. For example, HTML slides. There are 2 options for HTML slides. The first one is slidey presentation. So I usually use it to generate my lecture slides in class. So see, there are 3 slides generated. So you may have noticed that this double sharp sign indicates a new slide. So slide 1, slide 2. Okay, and we also always have a title slide. So you see there are 3 pages in the lecture slides that we generated. So yet another option is I/O slides presentation. Let's take a look at this option. Okay, so it looks slightly different from the last option. Okay. So you see that it's less flexible because the length and width of the slide is fixed. Okay. And previously when we used a slidey presentation, the length is not fixed. Okay. The length is not fixed. So each slide could be very long. So usually I use slidey presentation when I create my lecture slides. Okay, especially for my classes using R. Okay. And yet another option is creating PDF slides, Beamer slides. Beamer presentation. And this one is also less flexible. Okay? The length and width of the slides are fixed. Okay? So let's knit it, and pay attention, you have to have latex in order to knit it to a PDF slide. And of course, if you have installed TinyText and followed my instruction, you should be able to knit your R Markdown file to Beamer presentation too. So let's try it. And Beamer slides and PDF files have some advantages, especially if you want to type some mathematical notation and some formulas, expressions, derivation of something. Okay, it's more convenient to use latex. And sometimes it's required to use PDF format. In that case, you have to knit it to PDF. Okay, so you see this is the knitted file. Okay, again, the length is fixed. Okay, so make sure you don't put too much stuff in one slide if you want to knit to Beamer slides. Alright, this is our first video about R Markdown. We talked about how to create an R Markdown file and different formats of output files. And in the second video, I'm going to talk about how to manage text in R Markdown documentation. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.